Hey, family. I am on for a quick moment. I just wanted to jump on real quick. I want to talk to y'all about the Emotions Forum that's going down tomorrow night. I am extremely excited. I have my class to teach in less than 15 minutes, so I cannot be on here long. I just wanted to get on and I wanted to ask you the question, and answer it. Can we really make it in our relationship? One of the things that I noticed that is really, truly important to me, even as a relationship coach, when I'm dating, right? When I go out on dates or whatever, one of the key things that I look for, well, there's quite a few. There's a few, and I'm going to run them down real quick because, again, I'm not going to be on here long. But one of the key things that I look for in individuals is I look to see if we match energy, like if our energy, if we vibe, if we, upon the first phone conversation, if I met them at the store, wherever I am, right? And then we begin to talk, past the exchanging of numbers. I want to see if I can vibe with you. I want to see if the two of us can, I'm going to share this in my love relationships and marriage. Oops, I'm hitting the wrong app. I'm going to share this in my group real quick, y'all. Um, Yeah, so I just wanted to post that there, right? So, one of the key things that is extremely, oh, of course, my phone rings. One of the things that is vitally important to me is, do we vibe? Are we on the same page? Do we have the same type of energy, right? Now, I'm not saying you can't be laid back and, and I'm a go getter either way, right? I'm not saying that a person has to be, exactly the type of personality that I am. I don't necessarily know that that will work. That would be explosive, right? Somebody has to lay back. Somebody has to be cool. I'm not talking about that kind of energy. I am talking about the type of energy, right? That when you meet them, you feel this level of comfort. You feel like, they're on the same page with you, that kind of energy, right? Can your relationship make it, right? So these are some of the things that I personally look for on my dating journey. When a gentleman asks me out, this is what I'm looking for. I'm looking to see, what type of energy do you have? Are you in alignment with who I am as a person, right? So that's just one of the first questions. After talking to them for a couple of weeks, day or two, for a week, the other thing that I want to ask them is, do I really like who they are as a person? Do I really like them as a person? Because that is important, right? Do you like them as a person? Do you like what they stand for? Do they have the same morals and values that you have? I remember years and years and years ago, I dated this guy, and we would go into the grocery store, right? Because I'll be in there shopping for little stuff, and we would go in the grocery store, and he would pick stuff up and put it in his pocket. And I'd be like, don't come around with that. He'd be like, yeah, it's just a little extra something. They're getting all money. I'm like, no. And I would just be in the grocery store getting a few little groceries, but I don't live like that, right? So it's funny, he did it twice actually. And I was like, don't be doing that, because listen, I ain't going to jail. Hey, brother Allen, I see you. How are you? I love you, brother. So yes. So like, if that's what you do and you do that on a regular basis, like, that could be problematic for me, because I'm not trying to go to jail over that that costs $3. And I'm not trying to have my face plastered up on the wall of the, what do you call that, of the grocery store, saying, I'm associated with anybody who even steal, like, for real. Like, I'm always afraid to get busted. That's why even as a child, I never did anything crazy. My friends did it and I was with them when they did it, but I was scared to death because I couldn't do that. And teenagers, ooh wee, used to tear A&S's up. They used to tear A&S's up. Oh my God. Any of y'all who from Long Island, y'all know the drill. But anyway, the reason why I'm talking about this is because the person needs to be in alignment with you. Now, I'm not going to be on here long because I got to teach my class, but I want to talk about the Emotions Forum, right? I want to talk about the emotions form. Let me get back to that because that's important. I want to get to the emotions form tomorrow night. The question is, Representative, have you ever felt duped by someone? That's the first thing. And the second topic is going to be, have you ever been afraid to express yourself in a relationship? So those are the two topics we're going to be covering at the Emotions Forum tomorrow night. It's going to be amazing. But back to the whole situation, let me be clear. If I don't like your energy, if we're not on the same page, if we're not connecting, there's no point in me going on, right? So these are things that I picked up on my little dating jaunt, and not just now, but when I used to be a serial dater years and years and years ago, right? I need to like your energy. I need to like how we vibe. I need to like what I see in you, your character, right? Um, do I like what they stand for? Do you like what the person stands for? So if you're just initially dating and you're just getting to know them and you're having a few phone conversations and you're talking to them and they're talking to you and everything is love, great. But do you like what they stand for? Do you like their character? Are they integrous? Right? These are things that are important, right? Um, the other question is, do you enjoy spending time with them? Do you really enjoy spending time with them? Like, I'm talking about, like, if y'all was just sitting there being quiet and nobody was having conversation, are you really enjoying being with them? Are you enjoying that time that you have together? Because all of that is really important, right? And if I'm gonna be honest, like, you can like people for different reasons. In other words, and I'm gonna give you a for instance, I can like somebody because I think they're really, really cool. And I like them because they make me laugh. But outside of that, they're not talking about anything that is moving the needle towards anything, talking about building or whatever. Um, I can like you and think you're a cool person, but we don't agree on politics. And I know that might be a poor reason to be together or with someone or not, right? Because if you care about somebody, you care about them. But I'm talking about in the initial dating stages. Hey, baby, I see you, Alicia. How are you, Shirley? Okay, you tagged. Right. So that's some of the questions. Like, that's another question. Like, if I like you and we don't politically agree, and I'm a political news junkie, like, I'm into politics heavy, whether I say that to anybody or not, I really am. And I have deep conversations about that. I don't want to be arguing all the time. So I want somebody who is in alignment for real with who I am and where I'm going and what I want for my life, right? So if we just totally disagree on anything, and I'm past childbearing, so I ain't got to worry about no children, I ain't got to worry about, having more babies and what we going to do if we get married and all this other stuff, and what type of wedding do you want and all that kind of stuff like that there. It's simple for me now because I'm in a different stage in my life, right? So, but the number one question, here's the number one question that I would say to everybody to just ponder, even in your own mind. Just think about it. Just think about it. Can you be friends with this person? Can you be friends with them? Do you like them even when you're annoyed with them? Do you think you can like them? Does that person speak love to you? And I don't mean, just flowers. I'm talking about, do they encourage you? Are they supportive of you? Right? Because if your goal, and it's not everybody's goal, but if your goal is to be in a healthy monogamous relationship and to be married, right? You have to know if you really like them, because there will be days. There will be days. And a lot of people say, Kim, you're not even in a relationship. Like, how are you going to talk about marriage? I talk about marriage all the time to people that I coach. I really do, because I used to be married. And I know the mistakes that I made as a woman and a wife. Right? Not having really a good example of it. I always speak to marriage. I just don't do it so much here on the live, because my clients, basically, the people I talk to, are basically single like myself, right? There's some things we're working through. We're trying to heal. We're trying to grow. We're trying to get better, right? So the reason why I am saying this is because I think it's vitally important. Here are some of the core tenets. You need to like them as a person. If you can see yourself being their friend, this is what's important. It's not about, and I'm being honest, it's not about always liking them. It is about making a decision to always love them. And not every time do we have everything all together. Got that part. Got it, got it, got it. But are you willing to do the work? Are they your friend? Can you see yourself not having that person in your life? Right? Can you see that? Every time you think about your life and your future, you see them. So your relationship can always make it. If one, you guys are in alignment energy wise and what you want and where you're going, you're also in alignment with what you really like, and what you stand for, character and integrity. you know um when you enjoy spending time with them, just like, yo, this is dope. Like, I all we got to do is be breathing and be in the same space, and I'm great, I'm Gucci, right? because I really, because I'm really digging them, and I dig the way that me and them, talk about everything. I love who they are as a person. They make me feel warm and fuzzy and pink. You know, I feel feminine when I'm with them. I feel like I'm with my king, right? And so all of this stuff is important. Because if number one, if you don't like their energy, if they don't know how to talk to the queen in you or the king in you, then your relationship might not be able to make it. If you don't know how to talk to the king or the queen in them, then you might not be able to make it. Right? If y'all just so divided and always, things are hard, that might be a sign that that person is not the person for you. Right? Because if you want to do soft and pink, if you want to be in your feminine, and if you want to be in your masculine, for the brothers, my brothers be up on here, then you need somebody that speaks that to you, that believes in you, that understands you, that wants to understand you, and that's both ways, right? I think that that is so important, to be in a relationship with people who really get you and get who you are, and they understand you. And even if they don't completely understand who you are, because who can really understand somebody totally and completely? That's God's job, right? But the fact that you cannot see your life without that person, because that person is your friend, and you know that they're your friend. You know that you can be on the rough side of the mountain with them. That is the ultimate number one question that you should ask yourself. Can they be my friend? I'm going to tell you, I was married, and me and my husband weren't friends. We couldn't talk about anything really. It's like you stay in your role. And while it wasn't spoken, he never said those words to me. It was like that's how it went down. It went down with, you stay over here and I'm gonna stay over here. And you do what you're supposed to do as a woman, and I'm gonna do what I do as a man. And we were never friends. And that always bothered me, because that meant I couldn't talk to him when I needed to talk to him. That meant when I was hurting, I didn't have a safe place to land. I had to talk to my girlfriends in order to get out what was bothering me, because there was no space in our marriage while we were raising these children for me to just sit and talk with him. It wasn't a space that I felt like I was safe, right? Sometimes I even felt like, and I don't like to talk about him because I don't want to do him any harm, because he's a good dude. He just wasn't the man for me, right? So when I think about that, and I think about, the spaces and how we showed up for one another, we were never friends. And I'm going to tell you, what takes people into 50 and 60-year marriages is the fact that they can communicate. They can talk to one another. They know all about the foolishness and the flaws and they've been hurt by one another, because we all hurt each other. It's if you're human, you will inevitably do something that is going to hurt your partner, just not intentionally, but even unintentionally, right? And we may not ever, get to the realization, some of us, that that's what happens, but it's what happens if you're going to be married and if you're going to be in a relationship. They are not perfect people, and neither are you. But you want to look for people who answer the call. Hey, Yana, I'm coming. Yana, can you text them and tell them I'll be there in just a moment? On less than 5, I'm coming. Um, it is important to understand that your relationship can make it. If you understand who you are, if they understand who they are, right? And if you have a goal in mind and your goal is to build with one another, the energy that you give out and that they give out, it's like you a power couple, and nobody else has to know that's who you are. That's how you render when you two are together, because you talk to one another, because you share, you hold space for one another to be safe, right? Because they stand for what you stand for, right? So for me, it would be like a hard no. Like if you were a Trump supporter, like I'm so serious, like it would be a hard no for me. I wouldn't even date you. I wouldn't even date you, like for real, like you know. And I'm saying that might not be a nice thing to say, but it's the truth. It's the absolute truth. So what do they stand for, and why, right? What are they in alignment with you? And it's just simply this: can that be your friend? If I've always said, and I have, I want to marry my best friend. In order to have a friend, you got to be a friend, and that's the truth. But that means you got to show up for your friend like you would show up for all your other friends, but even the more. I need my best friend in my life. Exactly. Hello, Alicia. Alicia, you already know, cousin. You already know. You already know that it's off the hook with them, and I can't do it because it goes against everything that I stand for. Because God is teaching love, and all throughout the Word of God, it's a love letter to us. And if you don't know that, then what are we talking about? We ain't even on the same page, sir. We're not even on the same page. But it is vitally important that we be friends. And I'm going to love you through everything that you're going through, and I need you to love me through everything that I'm going through. And even when it gets hard, we're going to dig in together deeper. And when you get tired, I'm going to be like, you ain't going nowhere. Hey, Kev, I love you, brother. And when it get hard, you ain't going nowhere, and neither am I. But it takes real friendship in order to get to that place. You can't get to that place being wishy-washy and not being 10 toes down. So I just wanted to jump on. I said I wasn't going to be on here for a long time. I just wanted to jump on. I got to go teach my Unlocking Your Love class. If any of you are interested in information about the Unlocking Your Love class, we meet every Tuesday at 8 p.m. And it is dope. And we are healing. We are growing. We are becoming. It is absolutely amazing, to the point that they literally be having me in tears in that class, because I'm watching them grow and evolve. And I'm growing and I'm evolving right along with them. So it's dope. But I love y'all. And I hope y'all have an awesome and amazing evening. Y'all be blessed. Y'all be blessed for real, for real. All right. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.